Mathe, a Mozambican national, was convicted of 64 charges including rape, attempted murder, robbery and theft.
Will be remembered for being the first person to ever escape from a high-security Supermax prison in Pretoria.
Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. I will be sharing the crimes of Ananias Mathe. Before we go into it, please be advised that I mean no harm nor disrespect to anyone involved in this case. This video is only for educational purposes, and all information shared on this platform has been collected from different sources. Please do not forget to subscribe, share, comment, and like the video so that it can reach a larger audience. Ananias Mathe was a notorious serial rapist and armed robber from Shai, Mozambique. He was born in 1976. He claimed to have dropped out of school at the age of 12 and ran away from home as he was afraid that his mother would punish him for leaving school. After running away from home, Ananias Mathe worked for the Mozambique Defense Armed Forces, trained as a soldier by Frelimo, a democratic socialist party from Mozambique. He arrived in South Africa in 1999 and stayed in a township called Tembisa in the Gauteng province in search for a better salary that would take care of his growing family. And that would be the beginning of his criminal activities of raping, robbing, and attempting to murder in the country. Ananias Mathe became the first man to ever escape from Pretoria's Supermax prison, one of the two super security level prisons in the country. Pretoria's Supermax prison is also known as Hoshimampuru. Ananias Mathe's first recorded crime was committed on the 19th of August 1999 when he broke into the home of Diane and Alvin Hirsch when he stole a sound system. Between 1999 and 2002, Ananias Mathe began breaking into people's homes and disappearing with their belongings, but he did not rape his victims. It was on the 2nd of December 2002 when he attempted to rape one of his victims. He broke into the house of Tracy Jacobson. He found her sleeping with her son. She woke up and found Ananias in her room, and he told her to keep quiet and that he would rape her. He was untying his pants when she decided to fight him. Unfortunately, it was during this fight that he shot her 3 times in her upper body, once in her left arm, and once in her left breast, and also in her right lung. She only noticed that she had been shot after she had managed to push Ananias out of the security gate. Tracy survived. However, the bullet on her right lung could not be taken out as it was too close to a spinal cord. Tracy fought Ananias and he did not rape her. However, on June 2003, Ananias committed his first rape. He raped a 19-year-old woman in Northcliffe. 10 days later, Ananias was arrested in Albertine, and police found him in possession of sausages laced with an insecticide known as aldicap or two-step. However, he was later released and not charged. He was arrested again in Pretoria on the 24th of April 2004 when he was found in possession of items that had been reported stolen in a housebreaking. He was then taken to Pretoria Magistrates Court and was granted bail of 500 rands, which he paid but avoided trial. After his release, he returned to Parktown, where he attacked several residents. In August 2004, at about 2:30 a.m. to 3:30 a.m., he broke into Charles Pringle's house in Parktown. At that time, Charles was with his wife. He first poisoned the dogs and went into Charles' bedroom, where he shot him on his left collarbone. After that, he got into Charles' car and he left. When the couple went outside, they noticed that the dogs had died from sausages. The sausages had too much poison, such that the dogs could not chew and swallow the sausages properly because of the poison that was too much. The dogs died. From there, he went to Parkhurst, where he raped a 28-year-old master's degree graduate from Wits University. On the 8th of December 2004, he raped a ballet dancer in her cottage. On the 16th of December 2004, he raped a woman in Pretoria. The woman had noise in her office from her bedroom and woke up. She saw a light flashing around and she decided to switch on her bedside lamp when the door to her bedroom opened. She yelled at the man, but the man told her that he would shoot her. She decided to comply with the man and did as she was told to do. The man told her to sit on her couch in the bedroom. He left. He came back with her hairdryer that he used to tie her legs with. He also took cables from the speakers in her bedroom and tied her hands above her head. He then went to the kitchen and came back with a butcher knife and told her to open her legs, which she could not because she was tied. He then cut the cable with the knife. She noticed that he was going to rape her and started pleading with him not to do it, but he did it anyway. He stopped when he heard a car and saw that it was a security car driving on the street. He went to the woman and asked her how to open the gate, which she told him. Later, she heard her car driving off. Ananias Mathe would rape his victims by first shining a torch on their faces before raping them and going away with their cash, jewelry, and other valuables. On the 31st of January 2005, Ananias Mathe was arrested while sleeping with a woman in Kensington, Gauteng, by the police investigating the rape of the ballet dancer. That was after an informant had informed the police of his place of hiding, which was the time he had returned from visiting his family in Mozambique. He was kept in Johannesburg Central Police Station, high security facility, when 3 months later, on the 2nd of April 2005, he escaped. He broke off a pipe from the central heating system and was able to get the cell bars open and tied up his bedding as well as his clothes into a rope. Whilst going down, he managed to write the F word on the wall and he was gone. According to Mathe, during his escape, the guards were singing happy birthday to one of their colleagues while he made his way out of prison. But after that, he never stopped with his criminal acts. He went to other provinces. The police were now trying to find him again until November 2005, when he was linked to a rape that happened in Germiston, where he forced a boyfriend to watch whilst he, Ananias, raped the girlfriend. He was then detained in A6 ward of Supermax prison in Pretoria, which keeps dangerous and hardened criminals. In April 2006, he tried to escape, but he failed. Some sources say that he tried to escape on the 6th of April, some say on the 30th of April. He tried again on the 18th of November, and he was successful. There are a lot of theories with regards to how he escaped Supermax, one being that he allegedly rubbed petroleum jelly all over his body and slid through his cell window, which is measured only 20 centimeter by 60 centimeter. A source came out and advised that Ananias had bribed prison wardens with 80,000 rands, and they received the money. They decided to uncuff him off the metals of his legs. His escape came as a shock to prison officials and the whole of South Africa. It was then he would be known as South Africa's most wanted. They located him on certain occasions, but he managed to escape. But after 2 weeks, on the 4th of December, he was rearrested when he hijacked a car of a woman by the name of Cameron at her home in Johannesburg, in a Johannesburg suburb, that is Craighoe Park. Ananias Mathe didn't know that the vehicle was fitted with a satellite tracking device, which eventually got him back into jail. The woman called her tracking company, which managed to track down the car and used a helicopter and men on the ground to follow him. Ananias Mathe was sent to the Supermax, a Bongweni prison in Gokstad, where he would try to escape twice with no success. Mathe submitted a report by a clinical psychologist in which he claimed that his childhood had been disrupted by him joining the Mozambican army during the civil war in that country, but the judge did not entertain this as being evidence of remorse. Ananias Mathe broke into 19 houses. He stole 24 cell phones during his attacks. He poisoned 13 dogs before entering the homes to avoid the dogs from barking and waking the owners. He raped 7 women. He shot 3 people after breaking into their homes. 2 police officers died while investigating his case. 2 witnesses who were supposed to have testified against Ananias Mathe disappeared before they could. 150 people testified against Ananias Mathe during his trial. Ananias Mathe was set to serve 54 years in prison. He was convicted of 64 charges, including rape, attempted murder, attempted rape, robbery, and theft. In Mozambique, Ananias Mathe was named the Rat simply because it is hard to pin a rat. Mathe's father, Ananias Mathe, has lived and worked in South Africa since 1957. He worked on the mines until 1997 and had 11 children, all dead except for Ananias and his brother Nitu. 7 of the grandchildren being Ananias' grandchildren. According to one of his wives, Ananias Mathe was a principled man who attended church, did not drink alcohol, nor smoke cigarettes, or even take drugs. He would send 100 rands to his family every month and visited them at least once a year during Christmas. Ananias Mathe is said to have loved his family, especially his children. In October of 2016, Ananias Mathe contacted his home asking for money as he had no food and was starving. According to IOL, Mathe's family lives in a 1-room shack and survive by growing crops and struggling such that they had to borrow money to get the body from South Africa to bury him when he died. His family was very shocked to hear of his crimes when the South African police visited their home in the early 2000s looking for Ananias Mathe as he was on the run. It was in 2016 when he got ill. Knowing who Ananias Mathe was and being the master of escaping, the prison officials kept a close eye on him, thinking the illness was faked as part of another way of escaping. However, it turned out he was actually ill and died after his health deteriorated, even after undergoing surgery on his stomach. It is believed that he had a digestive issue. Some people believe that he ate something and thought that he would not die in hospital, but he escaped. Ananias Mathe died on the 27th of December 2016 at King Edward Hospital at the age of 41, leaving behind his mother, 2 wives, 7 children, and 2 grandchildren. And that brings us to the end of Ananias Mathe's crimes. If you would like to get more content from this channel, please do make sure that you subscribe on the channel and make sure that you hit the notification bell so that you can be notified each and every time there is a new video. Thank you.